And we are live.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of What's Holding You Back. My name is Rob McCray from the Business Building Network.
And I'm Christine Allen from Clear Ambitions Mentors and Speakers. Really good to have everyone back this week for a meaningful conversation. It definitely is you time.
Yes, it is always you time when you are here at What's Holding You Back. First and foremost, we want to apologize for the delay in getting started, but there were some things going on that were beyond our control. So we thank each and every one of you for staying with us along the journey, and we hope that this broadcast will be impactful and empowering to you all. So stay tuned because we have a great program in store for you all, and one that's going to be shared with a lot of great knowledge, as our very own Christine Allen from Clear Ambitions is going to be doing a live training on how to make your money work for you. So stay tuned, and we're going to get into that in just a minute. But before we get started, as we always like to do here on our broadcast,
Mhm.
we always like to share what is the purpose and meaning for doing these broadcasts every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, except for today,
Absolutely.
of course. But yes, the purpose of these broadcasts is to educate you and to empower you to be the best possible version of yourself. And we
Mhm.
want to ensure that you are mentally, spiritually, and financially equipped to handle all of the obstacles and barriers that you may have to come up with. So, we're going to cultivate a plan to help you in overcoming all of these things. So, all that we ask is that you invest the next 20 to 30 minutes with us each and every Wednesday, and we're going to walk you through that process, and we're going to go on this journey all together. So, stay tuned, and we're going to get into it in just a few moments.
Absolutely. And we had last week an awesome
Oh,
conversation about unboxing. So we want to say thank you to the team, the dynamic duo that actually the married couple
yeah,
that are running a business together, and they are partners on so many different levels. So watch the episode from last week, and we encourage you to support these folks that are letting nothing hold them back.
that's right. That's right. Yes, and I want to encourage each and every one of you to go back and watch that broadcast. It was a great testimony of knowing what it takes in playing your role in a marriage and in a business as well. And when you can combine that together within a relationship, it is a beautiful thing to have, and it's just going to bring forth great results. And I just admire them for the relationship that they have,
Absolutely.
doing, yeah, throughout their communities, and just sharing and being impactful to everyone in which they encounter. So, in mentioning that, I'm going to do a quick unboxing. So, they were so gracious. They actually gave us some gifts as a part in showing their appreciation for
Mhm.
coming on What's Holding You Back. So, I'm going to do a quick unboxing of a gift that they gave to myself, and Christine will be getting hers in probably the next week because Christine lives in Canada and I'm here in New Jersey, where our guests are from last week as well. So yeah, it was just a quick little drive-by to drop off the gift. But Christine, you will be getting yours hopefully by next week, and hopefully you'll do the unboxing of yours as well.
Okay, I'll wait. No problem. Wow.
All right, so let's take it out real quick. So we first have a nice little thank you card, and that is so classy,
Mm.
showing your
Yeah.
appreciation for your customers. I love that.
Mhm.
And also, Have a nice little rubber bracelet here, and it has some scriptures on it. And the scripture reads from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, chapter 33, verse 3. And it
Mhm.
reads, "Call to me, and I will answer you and show the great and mighty things." Amen.
That's
So,
a bracelet to hold on to.
I'm telling you, yes. And
Wow.
let me just bring up their website while I'm doing this. So, we want you to go out and support them as well. They have some great um, clothing apparel, some other pillows, mugs, and all kind of different things that you can use around the house. And it's all to share an inspirational message through their clothing and apparel and accessories. And that's what they're doing with their clothing line. And I just love what they're doing. And as you can see here on their website, they are actually having a sale as well. So the first sale they're having is buy one hoodie or sweatshirt and get the next one for 50% off. And
Okay.
that's going to be going on until October the 14th. So the 14th of this month, that sale will be going forward. So please take advantage of that. And also, they have a special promotion on t-shirts and shorts,
Mm-hmm.
crop tops, which are 20% off. So yes, go ahead and take advantage of that. So let me just
Hmm.
bring out my shirt here so you can get a good look at it. Okay, can you see
Oh,
it?
dear God, thank you. Oh,
As from me,
thank you.
you from me. Wow. And on the back, it has the company name, which is Godware. And I'm going to share the website on our screen as well. So, yes, wow. Todd and Tish Hatchett from Godware Inspirational Communications. Yes, communication speaking through their apparel. So, yeah, I love this. And I'm going to be doing some promos to get the word out and show our appreciation for the power couple that they are and what they are doing. So, yes, we are so grateful for them.
And that's navy blue?
Yes, yes, that's a navy blue.
Mm-hmm. I got some shoes, navy blue shoes, so I'm going to change my color to navy blue. I'm going to get navy blue. Yeah.
Navy blue?
Navy blue.
Yeah.
Navy blue. And I'm going to get one for my husband as well.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. We got to get the whole outfit for the family. But that's an awesome message. That's
yeah.
an awesome message. I think that, you know, when we get into today's topic, and
Hmm.
we're going to get right into it because I know we have some nuggets within the next 20 minutes
Hmm.
to share with our viewers. We want to thank everyone for coming on. I know notifications and like and shares are happening as we speak. Thank you for subscribing to our channels. Respectively, Clear Ambitions is my channel, Clear Ambitions Mentor. And of course, we have the Business Building Network, right,
Yes.
with Rob McRae, a guru at this, as I find out, over almost a decade, sharing
Yeah.
information on the YouTube. Amen. So, what we have the first slide. What are you inspiring us with today? What do you got to say about money?
All right. So, yes, that infamous one, money. What can money do for you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, if you don't find a way to make your money work for you,
Mm-hmm.
you will work until you die. So,
Oh,
how many of you know someone that has gone off, worked 30, 40, 50 years, whatever the case may be, went off into retirement just to find out that they had to what? Come back into the workspace.
wow.
Yeah. So that is a situation that we don't want for any of us to have to go through. And I really feel bad. So I see so many elderly people having to be back into the workforce.
Hmm.
They're supposed to be the golden years of their life when they're spending that time with family, loved ones, taking vacations, but then they have to go back into the workplace. Why? Because they didn't have a plan, a master plan that would help them get through those golden years of their life and have that money still continue to work for them. And then
Right.
to create another means to create another income for themselves just so they can sustain the lifestyle in which they were living.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's folks have some people have retirement plans, like they're called kids.
Hmm. Yeah. This is true. This
And
is.
so I'm if and it does work in a lot of cultures.
Hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely, it does work in a lot of cultures, and that's probably another conversation about good old North America. What is our culture? So,
Yeah.
as opposed to other nations across the world where it's up, it's just loving it forward and have that sense of responsibility. But absolutely, our heart goes out to folks that find themselves in that situation. And there are folks that just they like working, so they went back. They're bored, retired.
That's true as well. Yes, it is. Yep.
Yeah, they're so bored, so they go back into the workforce. But today we're going to talk about folks that are, you know, in their 20s, 30s, 40s, maybe 50s, but
Mhm.
folks that definitely have a business. So we focus on what's holding you back really and doing your passion. And
Yeah.
as you start to venture out into that area or era of your life where, you start getting some money from that lawn cutting, um, whether it be an LLC or something around the way that you do, but you're getting some money in. How
Hmm.
do you measure that? How do you track? Right? How do you separate and track that? So that's what we're going to get into today. This is, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a certified financial advisor, but I'm open to sharing the been there, done that of how to really navigate your purse, whether it be under the mattress, bury it in the background, in the backyard, rather.
All right.
Some folks never take a vacation, and I was wondering, why don't you want to go on vacation on a cruise? Why? Because they got some stuff. They don't want to leave that alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they got some stuff in the mattress, under the mattress, whether it be in the baseboards. Anyways, I'm not giving nobody no ideas. Let's get to it. How do you manage your money? What are some tips, tools, and techniques? Separate your finances.
Hmm.
What does that mean? When you're separating your finances, I was just joking. Don't put it under your mattress. If you have a business and you have a household, especially folks that are straddling between work and they have the business on the weekends or in the evenings,
Hmm.
separate your finances. Don't put your eggs in all one basket, meaning that you have a bank account for even if it's cash jobs, you have to have that discipline
Okay.
first and foremost. If I'm speaking to someone who doesn't have any behavior, no financial discipline, you just, you know, you off the reservation, off the chain. You absolutely have no behavior. Then you know we can give you a 1-800 number on that one. But if you got some sense of discipline
Mhm.
and you're getting serious about your money and where it goes, have a bank account for different separate and apart institutions,
Yeah.
Rob. Very important. You have your cash that you invest from your business. Then you have your direct deposits, maybe from your 9 to 5 in a separate
Mhm.
account, and then you want to have a separate account for savings, emergency funds, and vacations.
Okay.
Right.
Excellent.
So that's one thing you can absolutely have that discipline in separating your funds.
All right. Very
Okay.
good.
And another part of separating funds is multiple currencies. As we live in a global economy,
Mm.
if you know that you frequently, come across the border,
Mm.
the U.S. borders of think about 3 countries: U.S., Mexico, and maybe it's another. But in any case, we have 3 currencies there at least:
Oh.
U.S., you know, Mexico, and Canada once more. So that being said, if you know that you travel often,
Mm-hmm.
then have those amounts already pre. The exchange is already there, and you put it there. So why is that better than a credit card? Just
Mm-hmm.
the exchange and the fees.
Right, right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Love
Mm-hmm.
it. Very good. Okay.
Okay. The next slide, automating your payments. Now, automating your payments, why is that important? Your credit score will definitely go up when you automate your payments.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, here's the thing. Sometimes you won't have the entire, electric bill, the entire cable bill, but if the company sees that every 2 weeks you're paying $50, so
Mm-hmm.
$50 to this, and you diversify, everyone gets $50 every 2 weeks. If it comes to a point where you have to have a conversation with them, I'm speaking about folks that are really on the come up, right, trying to make ends meet. You won't necessarily have to pay the entire bill, but they show some effort and consistent effort.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to leverage that, right? The best thing is to not pay all your bills. Can't believe I'm saying this out loud. Don't pay all your bills and then you have no cash.
Right.
There's food, shelter, the hierarchy of needs as humans,
Mm-hmm.
right? The food and shelter, of course, being one of them, and love. But most people get that for free. But in regards to just meeting your needs first, and do not stress yourself out and thinking, okay, I gotta pay, and don't let it pile up. That's the
Mm-hmm.
thing. And overdue, and then you get into those awkward conversations. Your utility bills, again, auto pay it, even if it's $50 a week. If you have to go to $30 a week, but consistent auto payments, they'll show that you're committed, right? Okay, that's aside from your car note. I'm talking about utility bills. Your car note, they don't play that. You have to pay. You gotta pay it all up. Is insurance or some, there's some notes that you just gotta pay 100%. But the ones that you can be flexible, take advantage of that flexibility. Absolutely.
Okay. Awesome. And one more thing to add on to that. So when you're out there automating your bill paying process, why not take the time to set
Hmm.
up automatic payment to pay yourself?
Oh wow!
Some
Look at
type,
that.
yeah, some type of savings. You can
Mm-hmm.
have an automated amount taken from your account going into your savings account within your bank.
Mm-hmm.
If you're into the stock market, have an automation going over into that and pay for some stocks. If
Wow!
you're into cryptocurrency, do the same thing. Those
Wow!
are some of the things that I've been doing. Only invest like $25 per week, right?
Wow! Oh
One
wow! Okay.
coin, one into my personal savings, and
Mm-hmm.
um, another account. But I don't miss it because it's just a very small amount of money. $25, you can't even get a good dinner for that amount of money. So yeah, $25 comes out, I don't miss it. And but when I look at what these investments are doing over the course of time, I see a
Uh-huh.
nice little come up. I'm like, wow. And
Wow!
the interest that you're gaining on top of that, it makes a huge difference. So I'm not going to touch that. I'm just going to let that continue to grow and build. And it's something that's going to be there for me when I'm ready and useful for it. So yeah, just wanted to share that.
That's powerful. That's powerful.
Mhm.
Okay, next slide. Charity. Oh, I won't spend too much long because it speaks for itself.
Mhm.
Charity is so important. Giving back in any capacity. Some folks give to children's hospitals. It could
Mhm.
be $20 a month. It could be, children's hospitals, your favorite charity, you choose. But it's so important. Why the principle of charity is, giving to those in need. You absolutely are planting seeds in the atmosphere for the time when you're in need.
Mhm.
And so, if you have a charity of choice, and if your charity cannot be monetary, your time,
Yes.
volunteer your time,
Mhm.
volunteer time, local community center. There's so many children that need tutoring. There, local schools. parent associations. It's so important that you give, whether it be in your time, which is valuable, very valuable. Volunteers, really good quality volunteers are needed in all aspects. Hospitals need volunteers, shelters need volunteers. So that being said, if you can't, again, if your budget is too stretched and you can have a donation on a timely basis or a regular basis, whatever frequency you want to give, then absolutely your time. All right, and don't forget our local churches as well.
There you go.
Volunteers are needed. Volunteers are needed. Next slide. Lending money to your family and friends can ruin your relationship. Ruin your balance, right? So two things. If you truly need to help, give it as a gift.
Yes.
Give it as a gift. If you can't afford to lose it, don't lend it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Rule of thumb. Rule of thumb.
Yeah, and that's a rule of thumb that I live by. If it's going to be a stretch for me to lend that money to someone, I'm not going to do it, because I have no expectations of getting that money back. So it's just like, yeah, it's a gift. So I don't want it to bring forth and impact our relationship, our personal relationship with that individual. So if it is not a big amount, then okay, I might be all right in doing so. But if it's going to be a stretch for me, and I'm not going to be able to do it, because if I don't get that money back, then it's going to be a problem. So to avoid all of that, yes, I have to use that rule of thumb. If it's more than the amount that you can afford to lose, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't
all
do
right. You also, in regards to that, you also have to be mindful that there should always be a minimum balance in your account. There's a psychological principle effect, if you will, in that sense, but you mark it yourself. How much, you say my bank account will never go beyond or below X amount of dollars. And you determine that. I'm only going to put a number out there because everyone has their minimum balance, but it's a net, a safety net that you create for yourself. And I just want to say that when it comes to you're diversifying your bank, you want to deal with major banks. You can deal with, they call them B lenders, or banks that are not officially banks. They're just local banks, credit unions, but you definitely want to have at least one of your accounts with a major bank. And there's some advantages that make an appointment with the bank manager, even if you're not applying for a loan. Get to know the bank manager, make sure they know you. There's that relationship. As you build it, it'll come in handy.
Okay, excellent.
Absolutely. And then we have, of course, we spoke about the minimum balance. I was a bit ahead of myself there. Okay, so the minimum balance is very important, not just for emergency funds, but again, there's a sense of anxiety when you're absolutely, net zero. Some folks lose sleep. Some folks, there's adverse health effects. It's psychological, like I said. If you know that you have a cushion, it'll help you get through.
Definitely.
And you could set alerts with your bank as well. You can get text messages saying, hey, your bank's below your threshold.
Yeah, definitely have those set up. And every time I get that ding, I'm like, got to do something, put some money in there. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And so when minimum balances for both your business account and for your personal account.
Excellent. All right.
And next thing, you deserve it. Don't forget, now Rob touched on this earlier about paying yourself. Now, how do you go about doing that? The auto deposit that he spoke about, making sure that you set that up for savings. But if some folks will, this is touching on a different topic, but there's something called the love of money that's dangerous as well. So in this conversation, we're not talking about loving money. We're talking about being responsible.
Yes.
Right? Being responsible with your money. So that being said, a lot of folks will, have the money, make it but not spend it on themselves.
Hmm.
And that's not healthy either. If you're just working like the first slide we saw, and you're not enjoying it, again, that has an adverse effect, subconsciously as well, because you do deserve to enjoy the fruit of your labor.
Of course. I mean, we work so hard to make this little money that we have now. So
Hmm.
you have to take time to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and invest that time into your family, and bring them out,
Absolutely.
be a part of it. So yeah, you want to make sure that you're doing all that you can, because at the end of the day, when
Hmm.
our time is up and we get called home to glory, we can't take anything with us. So you might as well, make sure it's going to be
Wow.
put to good use, and you have something in place to pass it on to your family and loved ones.
Absolutely. So what's holding you back? If as when's the last time you actually gifted yourself? We saw that awesome T-shirt, sweatshirt, and from Godwear that says, you know what, God, thank
Yes,
you, and you have to have that mindset. Is as God's you're thanking God. Are you thanking God because you had the means to actually buy yourself something? When's the last time you bought yourself something? And that's our
right.
challenge to what's holding you back. There's something called the drive, the inner engine, and a lot of the motivation that comes from folks and their inner drive is that they know that they're going to get rewarded. Subconsciously, you've told yourself that I'm going to get rewarded. Something's going to come out of this, and that'll probably help you to not hit the snooze button as much, and then get up and because you're enjoying the fruits of your labor.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Making your money work for you is an investment term.
Hmm.
So if the viewers who are watching tonight or maybe on the replay, if you want to hear more about investments and what's happening in 2024, especially in the home stretch going into 2025, let us know. And we'll get some experts on subject matter experts in for you. And
Excellent.
that's it on my presentation.
All right. Excellent job, Christine. And we thank you so much for sharing that information. Very powerful and informative, and different things that we can have in place to help us to maximize our income potential and making our money work for us. And as you can see
Absolutely.
at the bottom of the screen, that's Christine's email address. So if you wanted to contact her for more information, feel free to reach out to her. Her email is christine@clearambitions.ca. So, yes, thank you so much for Christine for sharing that information with us this evening.
Awesome. Next week on What's Holding You Back, we are
Mm,
looking forward to another interview, a dynamic woman who is she's going to share she is a counselor,
uh-huh.
self-care. We spoke a little bit about investing in yourself or just treating yourself well. Deborah Anthony is going to join us next week on What's Holding You Back, and
Yes.
the yeah, giving you some tips, tools, techniques on self-care counselor. I'm looking forward to that conversation. Do like and share this broadcast. We're looking to increase our viewership and the reach across the globe.
Absolutely. Yes. So,
Mhm.
yes, definitely you want to tune in next week as Deborah Anthony is going to be on with us. She is a self care counselor. And as Christine mentioned, she's going to be sharing some wonderful tips on how to help us in maintaining ourselves and getting the best possible care out of our lives. So, yes, please tune in next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for the next edition of What's Holding You Back. So, on behalf of Christine Allen from Clear Ambitions, my name is Rob McCray from the Business Building Network, and we want to encourage you to subscribe to both of our YouTube channels, and also click on that notification bell so you will receive a notice each and every time we bring up a video or we go live. So, with that being said, we're going to close out this segment for today. But we look forward to seeing you next week on
Mhm.
the next edition of What's Holding
Holding you
Back.
back.
Take care.
Take care. Wow.